केयूराणि न भूषयन्ति पुरुषं हारा न चन्द्रोज्ज्वला न स्नानन्न विलेपनन्न कुसुमन्नालङ्कृता मूर्धजाः वाण्येका समलङ्करोति पुरुषं या संस्कृता धार्यते क्षीयन्ते खलु भूषणानि सततं वाग्भूषणं भूषणम्.
Today we sit with one of the most beloved verses in all of Sanskrit wisdom literature, a verse from the Niti Shataka of the poet king Bhartrhari. Listen to it first, slowly. Keyurani na bhushayanti purusham, haara na chandrojvalaha, na snanam na vilepanam na kusumam, na alankrita moordhajaah. वाणी एका समलंकरोति पुरुषम या संस्कृता धार्यते क्षीयन्ते खालु भूषणानि सततम वाग्भूषणम भूषणम. It means this: armlets do not adorn a person, necklaces radiant as the moon do not adorn him, not bathing, not sandal paste, not flowers in the hair, not elaborately styled locks. Speech alone, when it is refined and carefully maintained, truly adorns a person. All other ornaments inevitably wear away. The ornament of speech is the everlasting ornament. Let us open a few of these words. Keyurani were golden armlets worn on the upper arm. In ancient India, these were not casual jewelry. They were the insignia of kings and heroes, the most prestigious thing a man could wear. Haara are necklaces, and the poet calls them chandrojvalaha, blazing like the moon. From the root jwal, to blaze. He deliberately picks the most luminous pearls imaginable and dismisses them. Vilepanam comes from the root lip, to smear. Perfumed sandal paste coating the skin. Moordhajaah is a lovely poetic word for hair, literally that which is born from the head. And then the turn, Vani, speech, which is also a name of the goddess Saraswati. Eka, alone, one and only. Samalankaroti, from sam, alam, and the root kri. Not just adorns, but adorns completely, perfectly, in the way all those jewels could not. And the hinge of the whole verse, ya samskritaa dharyate, speech which is samskrita, refined, perfected, and dharyate from the root dhri, to hold, continuously maintained. Finally, kshiyante from the root kshi, to perish. Ornaments decay all by themselves. Refinement, by contrast, must be held on purpose. Now, who is telling us this? Bhartrhari, by tradition a king of Ujjain around the 5th century, who renounced his throne and became an ascetic. Legend says he moved between palace and monastery 7 times. Hold that in mind, because it changes everything about this verse. When Bhartrhari lists the armlets, the moon-bright pearls, the sandal paste, the flower-dressed hair, he is describing his own former wardrobe. This is not a poor scholar consoling himself about jewelry he never owned. This is a king doing inventory of everything he once wore and telling you with an insider's authority that none of it ever touched him. And notice the hidden design in his list. It moves progressively closer to the body. Armlets and necklaces sit on the body. Bathing is applied to the body. Unguents soak into the skin. Flowers and hair grow from the body itself. He marches decoration closer and closer to the self and finds that even at the skin, even at the hair, it never reaches the Purusha, the person who dwells inside. Then he crosses the threshold. Speech comes from within, from breath, from mind, from character. Nothing applied from outside can adorn the indweller. Only what emerges from inside can. There is also a beautiful triple pun in the word samskritaa. It means refined speech. It also names the Sanskrit language itself. And it points to samskara, the ancient idea of a transformation that changes the very nature of a thing. The way raw grain becomes a sacred offering. So refined speech is not polish on the surface. It is evidence that the person has been transformed. And here is the psychological truth hiding in the grammar. You can curate your appearance in minutes, but you cannot curate your speech for long. Because speech is generated fresh, in real time, from whatever actually fills your mind. When you are angry, tired, interrupted, off guard, your inner state leaks straight into your words. That is why the verse says, dharyate, it must be held, sustained. Training the speech is really training the mind wearing a disguise. This wisdom echoes everywhere. The Bhagavad Gita defines the austerity of speech. Words that cause no distress, that are truthful, pleasant, and beneficial. The Buddha made right speech one of only 8 pillars of the entire path to liberation. In the West, Ben Jonson, channeling Socrates, wrote, "Speak, that I may see thee." The book of Proverbs says a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold, reaching, remarkably, for the very same jewelry metaphor, and likewise ranking the word above the gold. And modern psychology agrees. Appearance wins the first few seconds, but voice and language dominate long-term credibility. Economists would say ornaments are cheap signals, easily bought, easily faked, while cultivated speech is an unfakeable signal because it can only be produced by years of real reading, real thinking, real self-command. Every material asset on Bhartrhari's list depreciates. Speech is the one asset that compounds. It appreciates every time you use it. So let me leave you with 2 questions and 1 practice. First, this month, how much time and money went into your appearance layer and how much into refining what comes out of your mouth? If speech is the only ornament that never decays, is your investment upside down? Second, what did your speech reveal the last time you were angry or exhausted? Not how you sound when performing, how you sound when leaking. And the practice. Starting today, install a 3-gate checkpoint on your words, drawn from the Gita. Before anything important leaves your mouth or your keyboard, ask, is it true? Is it kind? Or at least not wounding? Is it useful? If it fails 2 of the 3 gates, refine it or release it. Do this in just one arena first, your messages or the dinner table. And each night, spend 1 minute recalling the best sentence and the worst sentence you produced that day. No guilt, just observation. Within 2 weeks, you will feel the inner editor waking up mid sentence. That awakening is samskara forming. That is the goldsmith at work. Because everything else you put on will eventually come off. Speech is the only thing you wear that becomes you. Kshiyante khalu bhushanani. All ornaments perish. Satatam vag bhushanam bhushanam. Forever, the ornament of speech is the true ornament.
केयूराणि न भूषयन्ति पुरुषं हारा न चन्द्रोज्ज्वला न स्नानन्न विलेपनन्न कुसुमन्नालङ्कृता मूर्धजाः वाण्येका समलङ्करोति पुरुषं या संस्कृता धार्यते क्षीयन्ते खलु भूषणानि सततं वाग्भूषणं भूषणम्